Hello, El Paso, and welcome to Fact Friday. I'm Martin Padilla. And on this edition of Fact Friday, we're here at the Doris Van Doren Library branch, where Jack Galindo, Customer Relations Coordinator, will be joining us to talk to us about all the digital services the library has to offer. Jack, thank you so much for joining us. Curbside pickup is back. Can you explain what it is?
We're offering curbside pickup at about 8 library locations right now. What that means is that we're still closed to the public. Nobody can go into the libraries, but if you have any book or material that you need to borrow, you can reserve it online and we will bring it out to your car without any physical contact.
What is the library's materials catalog?
In order to reserve a piece of material, anything that you want to check out, book, music, magazines, Wi-Fi hotspot, whatever you want to borrow from the library, you need to go to our online catalog, which is located at elpasolibrary.org, elpasolibrary.org, and you can search for any type of material, any specific material, or just a subject, and look for the books and materials that you want to borrow, and then reserve them. And once they're reserved, you'll be able to check those out.
How do you reserve materials?
Once you go to our catalog, you find a piece of material that you want to borrow. What you'll need is your library card number, and you will click reserve. If the item is available, you can get it right away. There may be a waiting list for a piece of material, but either way, you use your library card to reserve that piece of material. What you also need to do is to decide what branch you want to pick that book or other piece of material up at, and we will transfer that piece of material to your location, and then we will call you and let you know what day you can come and pick it up.
What happens after you reserve your materials?
So after your material is reserved, we will take the reservation, we will find the book, we will transfer it to another location if we need to, and then we will call you and let you know that it's ready to be picked up. Now, it may be 2 or 3 days before it's ready, but we'll let you know, and then you can come to that library location on the day and pick it up.
What do you do when you arrive?
Well, once you get to the location, they're going to have certain spots that are open, parking spots that are open just for library curbside. What you'll do is you'll take up one of those spots, and then you will call the library physically, the location where you're at, let them know what spot you're in, and then they will get your material together and they will bring it out to you. Now they will ask for a form of ID or your library card. Please have those available. And then they will take your material and they will place it in either the trunk or the back seat of your car.
When can books, materials be returned?
So we are accepting library materials every Friday at 4 locations from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you have any books or materials that you need to bring back to the library, you can take them to the Doris Van Doren Library on the west side, the Richard Burgess Library in the northeast, the Irving Schwartz Library in the east, and the main library downtown, every Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now we also accept materials returns at the Bookmobile. The Bookmobile makes 5 additional stops throughout the city. For dates, times, and locations, please visit our website, elpasolibrary.org, and we'll have all of those locations listed there.
How do you go about getting a library card?
Well, for residents of the city of El Paso, it's very easy, it's free. All you have to do is go to our website. There's a link under temporary borrowing measures, and you'll be able to click on that link. It's about maybe 10 to 12 lines that you have to fill in. And once you fill that in, we will send you your library card in about 2 to 3 days. Now the library card number is an 11-digit number, and you will receive that as soon as we can process it. Generally takes 2 to 5 days. And once you have your library card number and your personal identification number, you'll be able to check out materials and virtually use any service that we have available.
What else can you do with a card?
Well, right now, of course, we have our curb service that's available, so you can check out and borrow any type of material. Right now, our Wi-Fi hotspots are very popular. If you don't have internet at home, or if you know somebody who needs internet at home, we are actually checking out or loaning Wi-Fi hotspots to the public. And you can keep those for up to 6 months. And those are available at the library with your library card. But aside from physical material, we also have a lot of digital content that we're loaning out to people. You can download the apps from the App Store for whatever phone you have. And you can download books, music, movies, television, We have one particular service called Hoopla, which if you're trying to cut the cord or cut the cable costs, as many of us are doing, Hoopla can help you do that because they offer television shows, movies, but the best part for me is they offer entire albums. So right now I'm listening to Fleetwood, the greatest hits of Fleetwood Mac on my phone, which is amazing. And that's available for free to the public. We also have a high school degree program. So if you don't have your high school diploma, if you know somebody that doesn't have their high school diploma, we have a program for free that's an accredited high school curriculum that you can take through our library and through our partners. And once you finish your curriculum, you'll have your high school diploma. You'll be able to go on and go to the military or go to college and do all kinds of other things with your high school diploma that you weren't able to do before. So we encourage you to visit our website, elpasolibrary.org. Check out all of our materials, check out everything that we have. I know that we have something for everyone, and you'll be pleased once you see everything that we have available.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Oh yeah, we do have our social media pages. We have a Twitter, a Facebook, an Instagram, and a YouTube page. We do have programs. As a matter of fact, on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. we're having a live story time. So come check that out. So we have a lot of different programming that we're posting on social media weekly. So we invite you, and if you want any information on what's going on at the libraries, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and we'll have a lot of content specifically for our social media clients.
Well, that does it on this edition of Fact Friday. Jack, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you all for watching. Remember, if you need any more information on the library, make sure to visit elpasolibrary.org or check out their social media pages. And for any information on COVID-19, check out the city's social media pages or visit epstrong.org. We'll see you guys on the next Fact Friday.